defense, what an unbelievable job. I mean, that was one of the best performances I think we've had all year. You could argue it was the best performance. And, you know, Aaron Glenn he's as good a coach as you're going to find. He's an even better human being. But, look, if nobody wants him, I'll take him again. I can tell you that right now. But the thought of going through another cycle and he's not somebody's head coach is ridiculous. I mean, this guy is as good as they come, and he can do it all. He understands how to manage a game. He understands offense, defense, special teams. He knows how to communicate. He understands discipline of players. And he's motivating, man. He's inspiring. Anyway, I don't want to lose him, but I also root for the guy because I just think he's a hell of a coach. But what he did the other day and what that defensive staff did and what our players did, to have the plan in place of what we knew we needed to do and to watch them bring it to life. Our players brought that plan to life, and they did it. And I mean, you know, it speaks for itself. I mean, 3 of 13 on third down, 0 of 3 fourth down, 0 of 4 in the red zone, only gave up 5 explosives. You know, 3 sudden changes really defensively, had to go out there and were able to hold them back. That's significant. That's significant. So, you know, just can't say enough good things. That whole defense, top to bottom, it really is more about, well, who didn't play well than who played well, because we had so many guys that played outstanding. I mean, they're all getting the game ball over there.
You mentioned Aaron Glenn, and also Ben Johnson is in the mix as well.
Yeah.
What do you do your coordinators in such demand? Is it partly because you empower them and give them so much leeway, and why do you do that, and how have you learned to empower your coordinators?
Yeah, well, look, their work speaks for itself. It has nothing to do with me. All right, both of those guys, man, they're smart, they're grinders, they're strategic, they understand how to teach, communicate, motivate, and so their work speaks for itself. And both of those guys are more than worthy of being head coaches. They're ready. They ask the right questions. You know, I've tried to give them everything I think they need to be head coaches, and I believe that both of those guys are more than ready. But look, those two guys do a hell of a job, and so does Dave Phipp, our special teams coordinator, and so does Scotty Montgomery, the assistant head coach, who stands in front of the room for us every week. So he's a hell of a coach too. All right, and I don't want to lose any of those guys, but I mean, believe me, he's a head coach candidate. But yeah, those guys, you know, I can't say enough great things about those coaches and the way they work, the way they grind, and have our players prepared to play the way we need to play going in on Sundays.
How much leeway do you have, though? Like, do you ever overrule their strategic?
We cover everything together. We cover everything together, and it is rare for me to overrule something. You know, it's rare.